but it's actually pronounced droog. That's Dutch for dry, as in the opposite of wet, or someone who favors the prohibition of alcohol, or one who lacks tenderness and warmth. Or it could mean dry humor. Let's see. Droog is actually more than one designer. Droog is even more than a group of designers. It is an idea, an attitude. It is a collaboration of some of the world's best designers united by a movement. Their products are simple and void of frills. They are concept-driven and often do contain dry humor. Centered in the Netherlands, Droog manages many things. Of course, they help develop products, often commissioning others to carry out their ideas. They curate design exhibitions, they hold lectures for design education, they produce publications, run a store, run a website, and even a one-room hotel. Droog was started by two people, the first of which is Rennie Ramakers. Rennie studied art history at the University of Leiden. After studying the history of art, she wanted to make history herself through design. She had seen all of the trends of the time and the direction things were going, and she wanted to do something different. The other inventor of Droog Design is Gijs Bacher. He was trained as a jewelry and industrial designer. See how minimal his glasses are? He has designed everything from jewelry, home accessories, household appliances, furniture, to interiors and exhibitions. He's no longer part of Droog, but he was very important in its formation. Rennie and Gijs came together at the Milan Furniture Show to show several design pieces. This is one of them. It's called Chest of Drawers by Teijo Remy. It's pretty much what it looks like. A bunch of wooden drawers bundled together with thick cord. The piece attracted huge amounts of attention. Droog was clearly different. After the Milan show, Rennie knew that she had finally found a clear break from the past. Droog was going to make history. Rennie believed strongly in conceptual pieces, saying that conceptual thinking with the focus on a different perspective can not only solve problems, but also open up new possibilities. Let's look at some other examples of Droog's work. This is the do-hit chair. It's a large steel cube supplied with a sledgehammer. Its description says, "With the hammer provided and your own resources, you shape the metal box into whatever you choose it to be. After a few minutes or hours of hard work, you become the co-designer of do-hit." This is a piece by Marty Glueks called Do Frame Tape. You can use this decorative tape to give an artistic finish to anything you like. Any size, any shape, anywhere. For instance, maybe you feel like framing your kid. The possibilities are endless. Let's take a look at one last piece. This is the urn vase created by Hella Jungarius. It questions the need to redesign a perfectly functioning form. Urn vase hides nothing. The traces of its creation are visible. Scratches and air bubbles tell a story and become the beauty. A scratch or mark more would hardly change its looks. It seems that at some point, pretty much every designer has to make a birdhouse. Droog is no exception, with this birdhouse by Marcel Wanders, which isn't actually a birdhouse but more of a bird restaurant intended to improve the birds' etiquette by letting them eat from a porcelain plate. A knockdown 3-star bird restaurant for sweet small birds. But the question arises, where will the birds sleep? I mean, a bird restaurant is great and all, but what about a real bird home? Maybe a birdhouse should actually be a bird house. I mean, it would keep larger predators away. What if the birds had their own way? What would they design? And what if you don't even like birds? You know, sometimes birds are a problem. Have you ever been trying to take a nice nap or sleep in a little on Saturday morning, only to be awoken by a squawking bird outside your house just carrying on incessantly? Sometimes it seems that it'll never end. How could we solve that problem? And let's face it, birdhouses today are in a rut. If you look at the evolution of the birdhouse, it's pretty much stayed the same for centuries. It's a box with a triangle roof and a hole for the bird to fly into. What about your more sophisticated modern bird? Maybe he wants something more avant-garde. Let's get out of the rut. Let's make a dramatic shift. If we take a look at today's human homes, we can see that they are modern, modular, simple, and elegant. They are often raised off the ground, employ open floor plans, and are made with lots of exposed concrete, beautiful wood, and oftentimes large expressionist works of art cover entire walls. Oh, and I almost forgot glass. Lots and lots of glass. Probably the most inefficient insulator man could think of. Never mind the fact that even though you live several miles from any civilization, you just can't seem to shake that feeling that someone is watching as you dance the Macarena in the moonlight. Birds love glass, right? Or at least this way you can weed out the dumb ones that are more likely to chirp on Saturday mornings. Here are some sketches of what one of these modern birdhouses might look like. It's got multiple rooms, each with an open floor plan. And this way the bird can personalize its own home with a Bird Barcelona chair, or maybe some modern art, and have some friends over for a party. And look, now your new sophisticated, not stupid bird friend can live a life of true luxury just like you. You'll be able to see him go in and out as he pleases. You'll feel better knowing that you've made a difference in your backyard, as long as he keeps it down back there.